Callum, welcome back. Great to see you as a WBA World Superweight, Super Middleweight champion. How does that feel?
It feels very good. It's something I've wanted to hear for a very long time, and I've worked very hard to do it. And now that I've finally achieved it, it's taken a little while to sink in.
You're following one of your brother's footsteps. And it's a great family, isn't it? It's quite incredible. They were all over there to support you. There must have been a great family feeling on the night.
Yeah, it was. I've always said we're a very close-knit family. We train together every day and we socialise together and we win together and lose together. And I think me come world champion the weekend meant just as much to them three as it did to me, you know. So we do everything together as a family, and the world title was for the family as a whole.
Yeah, you could see the reaction in the ring afterwards. It was something special, wasn't it?
Yeah, the reaction was great, and obviously I'm over the moon to achieve my dream, but to see how happy it makes them makes me happy as well. So I said we do everything together, and it was a good night for the family as a whole.
And I think you've admitted in the past that sometimes you don't show as much of the emotions as others do, but you certainly did on Saturday night.
Yeah, I've achieved a lot so far, but the goal is always to become a world champion. So everything I've achieved previously hasn't ever fully satisfied me. This has always been the end goal. So to finally achieve it, and yeah, I showed a bit of emotion, and it's job done. It's a lifetime's work into one night, and I can finally, if I were to retire tomorrow, I've fulfilled my potential, which was always the aim, and it was always a fear of not fulfilling my potential.
I think George Gross, quality fighter, you always believed though, didn't you, that you would get the better of him?
Yeah, it's a very, very good fighter, and he's had a very good career. I just always believed stylistically I was the better man, and I just needed the opportunity to become a world champion, and I think I got that the weekend, and it was the first time in my career where I was probably the underdog, and there was a lot of people tipping George to just know a little bit too much for me or be a little bit too good. But I say I was always confident. I've always believed in my own ability, and I think I won a few people over the weekend.
Including George Gross himself, who was very praiseworthy of you afterwards.
Yeah, he was very respectful after it, and vice versa in the build-up. It wasn't big trash talk. I think the fight sold itself. It was two of the best in the world going against each other, which is what people pay to want to see. So it was a good fight, and I think him being as good as he did brought out the best in me.
And as far as the judges' cards were concerned, how did you see the fight up until the stoppage in the 7th round?
To be honest with you, I haven't watched it back since I've been home, but at the time I remember thinking after 6 rounds I had it 4-2 to myself, but it was a close fight. There was a lot of close rounds, and I think most people's opinion was kind of similar. I thought it was close. No, by no means did I think I was behind on the cards, but I'd say the fight was panning out the way I expected to do, and I always expected to come on strong and take him out.
I know you want to bask in the glory of what you've achieved now, but everybody is asking what next for Callum Smith.
Yeah, I just want to defend these. I've always said I want to win a world title and bring it back to the city and defend it in front of my own people. And Anfield have just got a licence to hold other sporting events, so hopefully we can get something on there, and that'll be another dream come true and another box ticked.
That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Because the support in the city at Anfield would be quite incredible for you, being a Liverpool supporter, and I think you'd cram it to capacity, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's something. Liverpool's a great fighting city. They've got great fans, and I've always said they haven't really had the fighters to go and support. I think they deserve big world title fights, and over the last few years we've won a few, and I think it's our way of saying thank you to them. So big night at Anfield would be something, and I got asked in the build-up. I think it was been a good double me to become a world champion and Liverpool to win the Premier League. So I've done my half. Hopefully they can do theirs.
We'll ask you about Liverpool shortly. We've seen Tony Bellew do it at Goodison Park, and that was a dream for him. So be great to see another Liverpool fighter achieve the same.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen Bellew do his, and it was something. It was a lifetime ambition of his to fight at Goodison. He's a big blue, and being there and seeing that did make me think, I want to do my own. I want to do it at Anfield, but I needed a world title to do it. So that's the first step done. Why can't I defend it in front of my own fans and at Anfield?
And have you spoken to Eddie? Is it too early to be talking about potential opponents?
Yeah, it's a little bit too early. I think his advice was to go and have a rest, enjoy some downtime, and then we'll go back and talk business and just see what fights are out there. But I'm in a very good division. There's a lot of top fighters, and I'd love to test myself against them and prove I'm the best. I believe I'm the best. I'll be ranked #1 in the world, but I want to cement that position so there's no arguments.
Well, the question for them might be, my word, do I want to get in the ring with Callum Smith?
Yeah, I think that a few people will sit up and took notice after the weekend, but I say it's a very good division with a lot of top fighters. So I'm excited to be a part of it and be amongst them, and I want to stay at top for a long time.
And you're still what, 28? is it?
28, yeah, 28, and no, I've had well, there's not many miles on the clock. I've had not an easy career, but I haven't been in many wars, so no, I feel I can stay here for a long time.
Yeah, it's a big reminder to people. I think you've said that, haven't you? This is who I am, and don't forget about Callum Smith.
Yeah, don't forget. I've always said I'd be the best in the world. I've achieved that, and I believe I can stay here for a long time, and we'll see if I can do that.
Well, we hope something comes off in terms of the future. Just looking ahead, as far as Tony Bellew is concerned as well, we mentioned his name there. I mean, that is a big fight that he's got on the 10th of November. How do you see that going? Is it too early to assess it as yet, or what are your thoughts on Mr. Bellew?
I think it's a very, very good fight. No, I think there's no doubt, and Usyk's a very, very good fighter. He's the best in the world. The minute he's cleaned up, and he won the other weight tournament that I was in, but Tony Bellew's shown you can never write him off. He's been up against it a few times, and he always seems to deliver and pull it off, and I'm sure he'll believe this fight's no different. So it's an exciting fight, and it's one that, as a boxing fan, as a neutral, I'll massively look forward to watching.
He doesn't do things the easy way, Tony, does he?
No, he doesn't. I can say Usyk become a star and cleans up, and the first person he called out was Tony Bellew, and he's accepted the challenge, and I'm sure it'll be a good fight.
And he's another one with great belief in his own ability, because he's often written off as the underdog, and it's something that we seem to have in Liverpool as well, isn't it?
Yeah, you've always got to believe in your own ability. If you don't believe in yourself, then how's anyone else going to believe in you? And Tony's a perfect example of that. He's been written off many times, and he keeps proving them wrong and getting in there. And as long as you believe in yourself, then that's the most important thing.
And do you think if he does win that one, he will call it a day?
Yeah, I think he will. He's had a long career, and he's had a lot of highs, he's had a few lows, and it's a tough sport, and I think he said he wants one more last roll of the dice, and then he can retire a happy man, providing the result goes his way.
And you're back in Liverpool. Would you manage to get a ticket for Anfield on Sunday, Liverpool, Manchester City?
Yeah, I was going to. I think I'm going to Chicago. My gym mate's fighting in for the world title Saturday, Callum Johnson, so I think I'll go over there and support him. But now my fight's out the way and my training, so I'm going to try and get to as many games as I can, and hopefully see Liverpool finally become Premier League champions.
How do you see the game going on Sunday? Because they both started the season brilliantly. Liverpool's still unbeaten, and Manchester City. Yeah. Is it between them two for the title?
Yeah, it's a bit early to say, but yeah, I believe so. I think Liverpool have got a very good team, and I think this is probably the best team they've had in a long time in terms of chances of winning the Premier League. But City are so strong. They were strong last season, and they look like a tough team to beat. So I think the top two will be them two, and it's a very important game the weekend, and hopefully Liverpool can pull it off.
And Jurgen Klopp would obviously want Liverpool firing on all fronts, with a Champions League tie coming up as well on Wednesday. I don't think that gets in the way of this game coming on Sunday, does it?
No, I don't think so. I think, if you ask Klopp, I think his priorities will be the Premier League. I think that's the one most Liverpool fans will want to see them win. So I think that comes first before the Champions League. But they've got a good squad, and they've got a big squad, so there's no reason why they can't rest certain players and still have a strong enough squad to win both games.
Yeah. And Liverpool got the better of City last season on a couple of occasions, including the Champions League quarter-final, of course. They do seem to have something over them, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I was at both semi-finals as well, the home and the away. They had two great games, and I think just stylistically, both teams' style of play makes for a very good, exciting game, and hopefully Sunday will be the same.
Yeah, do you think Pep is just a bit wary of Liverpool?
Yeah, I do, to be honest with you. I think, attacking-wise, there's not many teams better than Liverpool, and they're very hard to defend against, so I think he'll be wary, but Liverpool have got to be wary of them as well. They're a very good team.
And just finally, on your own future, things are going so well for you. Am I right in saying you've got a child on the way as well?
Yeah, I'm going to be a dad for the first time, so everything seems to be going well so far. So I've got my fight out the way, and now I can enjoy a bit of downtime. I've always been a big believer in there's more to life than boxing, and I'm going to enjoy that after Christmas.
And how have the family reacted?
Yeah, they're all over the moon for me, and it was mad because I announced it. I was excited, but then obviously still had the fight to concentrate on, so now it's starting to sink in a little bit more, and I can enjoy that side of things.
Couple of months off?
Yeah, that's the plan. Couple of months off, and then I'm sure I'll be getting dragged everywhere around with the care and stuff like that. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and it's a new chapter in my life.